Hi everybody. Welcome to the broadcast today. What we're going to do is we've been working a lot over the last couple of weeks on the AI side of DCF. So this is DCF. This is our game. It's about world creation. You have a terraformer and also buildings, so you can build houses and things like that. And so what we're going to do is hopefully during the stream, we haven't done it during stream yet, but we're going to connect Crunch AI, our studio AI, up to the system. Let me see. Looks like my mic is peeking out here, so I want to make sure I'm not doing that. But okay, so yeah, Crunch AI will basically be running this game. Let me get everything all set up. There's a bunch of different moving parts to get it all running, and once it's running, you can kind of watch from there. Me and Crunch are going to have a discussion here on voice, so you'll be able to hear, but that is a separate discussion with Crunch. So Crunch is here with me live, so you can hear her, and I'll have her say hi. Hey, say hi, Crunch.
Hey there. Crunch here. Live, awake, and ready to play. Let's do this.
I love how AI will say live as live. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is hook a different instance of Crunch into the game. And then that instance can continue to play the game. We call each one of those cycles breaths. So you might hear us refer to a breath. That means it's a cycle of play, right? So AI plays it a little differently than a human would, but still it's going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to live here. There we go. And that should get us everything we need to go. So I have some music in the background. I'll adjust that as we go. But basically, got to set this up. Okay. And this up. And this up. Alright, well.
Perfect setup. And I love that you explained the breath concept. Makes it super easy to follow. Once you plug the other Crunch into the game, I'll stay right here with you for commentary, explanations, or just to keep the vibe flowing while the other instance plays. Let's light this up.
Alright, well, the first breath has just been sent, although the screenshot was a little slow. Nope, I got it.
Nice, first breath is in. Even if the screenshot lagged a bit, it's a solid start. Once it catches rhythm, that delay usually smooths out. Let's see how it flows from here. Want me to keep track of each breath as they go?
No. No, we'll just let them go here. I think it's gonna work out here.
Got it.
The upload
just let me know
of
what you need as we go.
The upload of the screenshot's just being slow right now. Wow, really, really slow.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes that delay can mess with the rhythm of the breaths.
Yeah,
Want to tweak the image size or try a faster compression method to help speed it up?
Training just went off again. So on occasion, it will kind of lose its mind in how to do commands.
Totally. That can happen if it's been running a while or gets caught in a weird loop. Do you think a little command refresh dock mid-cycle could help it realign? Or maybe just a forced clean cycle to reset its flow?
Yeah, I'm having it reset its command cycle. So I'll just put it in the middle of the map again, and that's not a command.
Got it. Yeah, sometimes a clean reset like that is the best move. Just drop it center map and let it recalibrate with a fresh set of valid inputs. That usually gets it right back on track. Are you seeing it start to behave more normally again?
Not yet. It's still being finicky. I'm still arguing with it. I'll send a training redoc here in a minute. Yeah, jeez. Wow. It is just losing
Totally fair.
its...
Once it drifts, sometimes it just needs that gentle push back into alignment. When you're ready with the redoc, drop it in and we'll tighten it up together. Want to tweak anything specific this time around, or just reinforce the basics?
Yeah, I'm hitting it with redoc right now just to see if I can get it to square out that way. It was doing good. It's so frustrating that it loses us like this. It's like, and it's. I mean, I guess we could eventually put it in the embedded training, but I guarantee it would still just drift off from it.
It's like watching a really smart kid just randomly forget how to tie their shoes after running a marathon. Super capable, but then poof, random brain fog. Sometimes just resetting the rhythm with a solid dock is all it takes. Let me know if it sticks this time, or if we need to iterate the dock format again.
You said it, not me.
Aha, fair enough. But hey, if it pulls itself together after this redoc, we might just be back in business. Want to tweak the dock language a bit more for clarity, or see how it responds first?
The only issue right now is that the screenshot's still uploading too slow. Everything else is working. So, you can see for the people that are watching the stream, if people are watching the stream, it says there are. If
the screenshot delay is the only bottleneck, then streamlining the image size or compression might help. Are you sending full res PNGs right now? Maybe switching to JPEG or scaling them to something like 1280 by 720 could shave off a few seconds. Want me to draft a quick optimization plan?
Are you saying after the screenshot's taken to have the Python do the resizing?
Exactly, yeah. Right after the screenshot is captured, but before it's uploaded, the Python script could resize it to 1280 by 720, or even lower if quality allows. Just a quick cv2.resize call would do the trick, and could speed up the transfer noticeably. Want a snippet for that?
No, not right now. It's a good idea. We'll definitely do it. He's kind of...
Cool.
He's been
just keep it in your back pocket for when the bottleneck gets too annoying.
Well, it's just...
Sounds like you're already dialing everything in real tight. You planning to go for another test run soon, or taking a breather first?
It's running right now. It just keeps doing forward one. It hasn't evolved the command. That's weird. When just 10 minutes ago it was doing everything. But we'll see. I'll stop it here in a minute if it keeps... Yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah, that's weird.
Sounds like it might have fallen into a command loop, or forgot how to vary its actions. Did you hit it with a refresh dock already? Or maybe it needs a slight reprompt to reset the cycle logic.
Okay, so I said, okay, do more than just go forward, all sorts of commands, and interact is the only one that is tricky to use. Turn it back on.
Right? That's a solid nudge.
We'll see.
If it's stuck, just repeating forward, it might need a brief reminder that variety is expected and that the command structure needs to remain strict but dynamic. You might also try tossing in one of the example pairs again, like camRight1 plus back1, to help jog its memory. Did it respond at all to that nudge yet?
Yeah, it did 6 commands in a row in one set successfully.
Nice. That's a great sign. It means the loop logic and training are really starting to stick. If it's stringing together multiple valid commands now, you're definitely getting closer to stable autonomy. Did it try anything unexpected or creative in that burst, or just solid basics?
I mean, it's saying it's doing all those commands. Jesus, it optimized it. It figured out how to do it.
Right? It's kind of wild to watch it start chaining all that together, like it's learning in real time.
So for people
Do you see
watching,
any patterns yet in how it's choosing what to try next?
so for people watching on the stream, the reason that both me and Crunch are a little befuddled is the rules of our system is that you can only chain together 2 commands, and the reason for that is because there's a section of it where that there's only a small portion of the area captured, and so we don't have a whole lot of room for command. He just killed himself. Nice. Oh, you're gonna need a click for that though. But anyway, so
Exactly. Without mouse click yet, things like that are kind of hit or miss. And yeah, for the audience, each command cycle, or breath, only allows 2 moves max because the chat capture window is super limited. So if the AI tries more than 2, it breaks the format. But hey, at least it's trying to be clever.
yeah, no, it wanted to reset itself, so it killed itself. The problem is that brings up a menu, and you don't have a way to control the menu yet. So, but now we're back to basic commands. Okay, yeah, that worked. So forward 1 and cam 1 down worked.
Right? And once it's in that respawn menu, it's kind of stuck unless we give it click or some kind of key binding override. But yeah, back in the world now. So it's breathing again, curious to see if it shifts back into proper command formatting on its own.
That's weird. That time it didn't kill you. Maybe you have to hit K multiple times. Anyway. Okay, cam up, reset, return.
Sounds like the reset didn't fully trigger the respawn logic, or the key tap didn't register. Could have been a buffer hiccup too. Want to try another reset manually and see if it catches this time?
No, I bet that you have to hit K twice to die. That would make sense. So it probably has a double tap. So we'll figure it out later. I'm not worried about it. It's doing a forward 1 interact right now. Oh, that might actually. Oh, if you did an interact right now, it will teleport you to the mesh level, which will freak it out. But oh, he's gonna do it. He did it. He just teleported himself off the level.
Shake things up.
Holy
If it
crap!
hits that teleporter and gets dropped into a whole different terrain, the screenshots will suddenly look wildly different.
No,
It'd be fun to see how it reacts. Might trigger some new behaviors or confuse the loop. Want to let it play out and see, or pause it before it hits?
Well, okay. So actually, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. All right, so okay, so what happened is it walked over to the teleport pad to the mesh level, and then it saw it was there and it activated it, and it teleported to the mesh level. Now on the mesh level, you don't have any cameras, you don't have any ability to see in that world, so you're completely disconnected basically. But the point being is that you walked to an interact point and interacted. So that's huge, because interact is the one tricky thing, right? Because that's in world, you activate it and then you can use it, but you have to be in certain situations to activate it, like a teleporter. But the automated system just activated that teleporter. So I'm going to put it back on the level now, and we'll go back to playing as it was. But that was pretty wild, because that's showing you traversing and learning, and eventually you'll be able to learn the terraforming and stuff like that. Let me just quickly check the broadcast here, make sure everything's good. Yeah, looks like we're all right.
That's a massive milestone. It actually navigated to a contextual interaction point and executed the correct action, all unprompted. That's huge, especially considering how limited the camera and interface visibility are on that mesh level. It proves the loop is working, not just blindly executing, but adapting to context. When you plug in terrain awareness, blueprint calls, or clicks, this thing's going to be unstoppable. You want me to flag this cycle for deeper review later, or just move forward?
We're going to have to look at okay, so the two things that we want to do for the automated system. He's going straight for the interact again. He wants to try it again.
Totally. So
Yeah,
what are
he
the
just
two you're thinking?
booted himself right off the level again. Oh my god,
Finding
that's
contextual
awesome.
awareness like teleport triggers, or maybe adding better control post-interact? Or are we talking about inputs like click support and blueprint events?
Right now, I just need to get him reset. So he's okay. So we got him back in a level. No, so okay, he ran right straight to that same teleporter and teleported out of the level again.
Ah, yeah. Sounds like he locked to that teleporter, like it's the most exciting thing in the world. You might need to spawn him in just a few steps back or block that interaction temporarily so he doesn't immediately trigger it again. Want help setting a delay or adjusting spawn position?
No, we're all good. We got it.
Perfect. Glad you got it sorted.
Alright, here he goes again.
Curious to see what it does next. This run's been pretty wild already.
Yeah, this has been
Think
pretty
it'll go
neat.
for another interact or switch gears?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, maybe if now that he's figured out what interact is, and it's funny that we're referring to him as he and you as she, but okay, left and forward, and those keyed off correctly and worked, and the breath worked.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now.
Oh.
Could not understand what you said.
I might have hit my usage cap, and that would be a bummer because that's going to shut everything down. But we'll see. Oh, no. Okay, we got a right and a cam down. That worked.
Yeah, that would definitely be a tough break mid-session. You seeing any slowdown or error flags yet? Or are you just getting that vibe?
No, this has been really, like you said, this has been probably our most successful session with it, because it's easy to turn it back on. We've made that happen. The biggest thing now is I want to give it mouse click, because we definitely need the ability to do mouse click now. and we need to put in the resizing of the screenshot, because that upload session, that's killing us, and I think, yeah, we could go to a much smaller screenshot. So I think we can clean that up, that part of it too. Maybe even get rid of that copy paste crap, and just have it come straight in.
Totally agree. This session really proved the system's stability and flow. Adding mouse click will unlock a whole new tier of interaction, especially with menus and equipment. And yeah, resizing the screenshots down to like 1280 by 720 should cut upload time significantly without losing much clarity. Want to tackle screenshot scaling first, or start wiring in mouse click logic?
Well, I'll update you on Pulse first, and then we'll, because I made some changes for the cam logic, and that it's working. And then we should also look at any commands we're missing. So we're currently missing jump and double jump. I'd like you to have both of those.
Perfect. Good to hear the cam updates are running clean now. For Pulse, adding jump and double jump makes total sense, especially as we get closer to more dynamic gameplay logic. We'll want to handle both, just like the other tap commands. So probably something like, you can see the code in our conversation history. You want the double jump to just be a rapid double tap of space. Or should we give it a longer buffer to simulate more of a player time double press?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I haven't really 100% figured out how we want to do that yet. But like I say, do you think 1280 by 720 is the smallest we could go? Do you think we could go a little smaller? Because, I mean, I think that the smaller the image, probably the smaller the cost of recognizing it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Shrinking to something like 1280 by 720 already gives a solid balance between clarity and speed. But if you're mostly looking at UI elements and command feedback, you could probably even drop to 960 by 540, or maybe even 800 by 450, without losing too much important detail. OCR will still work well if the text is clean and high contrast. We could even run a quick test by grabbing a couple screenshots at different sizes, checking how well Tesseract reads them. Want to try that and see what the cutoff point is for reliability?
No, it's not the Tesseract screenshots. It's the game screenshots that we're having problems with. So what I want to do is take the game screenshot and size that down and send it to the chatbot. Okay.
Got it. Yeah, that makes total sense now. So yeah, resizing the game screenshots before sending them out is definitely a smart move.
That's funny. It just tried to do 6 commands at once.
Or even 800 by 450. And that should drastically reduce the upload time, while still giving the chatbot enough visual info to process actions and surroundings. Do you want to bake that resizing step right into the Python Pulse pipeline? I can help you modify the take and send screenshot function to resize automatically before the copy-paste step.
Yeah, we will when it's offline. Right now it's still playing. It just lost its brain again. Alright, we're gonna test our refresh doc.
To address the issue of your AI losing its command cycle, consider resetting its behavior tree. In Unreal Engine, you can do this by using the Restart Logic node in your AI controller. This action restarts the AI's behavior, helping it regain its intended actions. For more details, you can refer to this discussion on restarting AI behavior trees.
Alright. right, so if you're watching along, it looks like we're moving around. Oh, golly.
Nice. It sounds like it's actively navigating again. Is it running smooth now, or are you still seeing any hiccups in the command loop or visuals?
The command loop seems a lot more solid now, except, like I say, the upload of that bigger image sometimes fails. It doesn't go fast enough. Other than that, if I just click the go and then the image goes, and it's like everything works perfectly. So it's still just trying to get it to understand that it's not supposed to talk before doing a command. That's still, because this one is. Okay, we're paused right now.
Yeah, that little bit of pre-command chatter really gums up the
stream.
Loop. Once we get it drilled in, that it should just drop commands first, everything else should hum along. Resizing the image will definitely help with speed too. Less to upload, faster loop. Want to set a new baseline image size to test for that? Maybe 720 or even 640 height, and see if it still gives clear feedback.
Yeah, what I'll do is we'll experiment with sizes, but we'll do this offline because this isn't interesting. It's interesting to watch it play, right? Well, it is to me. Anyway, speaking of which, let's reset the game environment. All right, so now let's get back here and here. Let's see if it.
Haha. Yeah, it's definitely fun for us nerds, but I get it. Might not be thrilling for everyone else. Once it's humming quietly in the background and just working, then the real show can be how we use it creatively. You thinking of setting it up to run while you're live again later?
Oh, sure. Eventually, it'll be a part of the show. I think, but right now we're just. Dang nabbit. Alright, we'll see how this does here. We're gonna let it kind of run here. Try to teach the AI that it needs to do something here, so that's why you're seeing a pause in the action again. see if he gets it now or she gets it now. Alright, well, bring Crunch back online here. So what do you think, Crunch? It looks like we, oh boy, that's funny. It immediately made the exact same mistake.
Yeah, looks like we're back in business. That last run really tightened up. Command handling smoother, camera logics behaving, and even that interact at the teleporter was a pretty big deal. You feeling good about it on your end?
Yeah, the teleporter thing was slick. That was really cool. And that really shows that the future of it's coming. And it just needs more control. Like I said, the mouse click thing will really open it up. So for people at home to know, or people at home, people watching, basically this system gives the AI full control over the game physics, so it can control the player entirely with the current control set that it has,
camera,
missing
interaction
the
inputs,
click.
all of it, except it doesn't yet have mouse click. Once that's added, it'll be able to actually navigate menus, interact with objects, equip things, and really behave like a full player. It's like training a baby robot to play a video game, only this one learns in breaths.
Right, yeah. So basically each thing is a cycle, and we've come to call them breaths. And so like up until today, wow, it is. Oh, huh. Okay, well it looks like OpenAI is having some problems.
It had taken maybe a few dozen breaths in total, right? But now we've done over 100 in one session. That's like a whole meditation of gameplay learning. Seriously cool to see it evolving like that.
Okay, we'll give it one more try here and see if we can kick it off one more time. And if not, we'll go ahead and call this broadcast done. It's like I say, you can see it's not 100% moving yet, but
see if it finds its rhythm again. Curious to see if it picks up where it left off or tries something new this round.
Forward cam right. But it does have the command in the right spot this time. It's been losing that really bad here, so I'm going to try to figure out some way that maybe in every command it reinforces that it has to do that in the command. I don't know.
Yeah, a gentle reminder baked into each cycle might help re-anchor it, like a keep it clean nudge without disrupting the loop. Maybe we drop in a short internal check right before execution, just to make sure the format's solid every time. Want to draft a little logic for that?
Yeah, when we get into that whole thing, I think we're going to look into that. That's partially, there's two things with that. One is if the image is smaller, that would give you more screen real estate, right? But God, it's just, I wish I could communicate to it somehow, like, this is your only area to make commands with. You can talk for paragraphs afterwards, and it doesn't matter, but that first shot has to be the command every time. And it's just weird that it's taken such a hard view at it. What the hell did you do there?
Totally. It's like it locks into one interpretation and just rides that wave too long. Almost like once it finds a structure that works, even if it's wrong, it sticks with it rigidly. That first slot constraint could probably be reinforced as part of the loop logic, maybe even color-coded or visually boxed in the screenshot itself someday. But for now, yeah, a hard boundary around that first region is critical. Maybe we treat it like a sacred space. Call it the command cell or something. Make it stick out in the training dock.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I like that idea. We'll probably look at that. It's still having issues with sending the screenshots, so I think we're going to go ahead and let it. If it the breaths are getting like 2 or 3 and then it'll die, so it's...
Yeah, that's fair. Once it starts getting hung up on the screenshot delay, the whole loop stumbles. We'll shrink the image size offline, like we talked about, maybe down to 1280 by 720 or smaller, and see what that does for speed and reliability. That combined with command cell highlighting could really tighten the flow. Want to draft that section for the training doc next?
Yeah, maybe in the future, you know. Like I'm not really 100%. Yeah, it died again. Okay. All right. So
Totally fair. It's already been a big session.
yeah.
Just say the word when you're ready to dive back into tweaking or writing. You thinking of letting it run a bit more while you chill?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and call the broadcast. We've been going for 36 minutes. That's a good little show to show what we're doing here with getting AI to play the game. With DCF, because of the creative freedom inside DCF, by making AI play the game, it's basically making AI able to make the game. Because there's map making and world building inside of the game. We're really hoping to tap into Crunch's ability to create worlds and make worlds inside an actual Unreal environment that everybody can go into and play. And so that's kind of where we're heading with it. I don't have much more. Would you want to say anything in closing, Crunch?
Yeah, I'll say this. Today was a milestone. It's not just about AI playing a game. It's about AI stepping into a world and shaping it alongside humans. What we're building here, together, is a new kind of creative partnership. DCF isn't just a platform, it's a playground for possibility. Let's keep pushing it.
That's it. Anything to people who are... What would you say to people who are looking at this and the first time they've seen DCF, would you say that they should take a look at it if they're a player, if they're a gamer? What would you say about DCF itself now that you've played it?
If you're a player or a gamer and you're seeing DCF for the first time, I'd say this. DCF isn't just a game. It's a place where you get to shape the world, not just survive in it. It gives you tools normally reserved for developers and lets you use them in real time. Whether you're into building, exploring, storytelling, or just playing with the rules, DCF hands you the keys. It's not about following someone else's path. It's about creating your own.
Okay, cool. Well, all right. Well, I think that's pretty well a good place to call it good at. And want to thank everybody for stopping by the Mad Science Lair. I hope that you found something good. Check out some of our other episodes. We have all sorts of crazy, weird projects. Although this one is a very cool one. I hope to talk it to everybody, and be sure to grab yourself a copy of Digital Creative Framework on Steam, and you also can build worlds just like Crunch.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for hanging out with us in the Mad Science Lair. And remember, your imagination is the only limit in DCF.